people! We do the Lord's work here! Leech spotted! Watch out, boys!
Ugh!
Die, leech!
We have to stop it! That leech is fast! He's done for!
It's locked.
I'll take its head! Burn it, boys! It ain't human! Kill it! Over there! There's one of them burning! See them fancy clothes? This one's the top!
For now, everything seems under...
Good evening, sir.
Who the fuck are you? Don't you see I'm busy here?
Dr. Jonathan Reed, that's who I am.
Ah, some fancy gentleman we've got here. Clear off. We don't want strangers on our streets.
So you won't tell me your...
The name is Booth Digby. Maybe I'll ask my boys to break one or two...
Are you some kind of vigilante patrolling these streets?
Something like that, but the police aren't in charge here. We are.
So you're a concerned criminal.
Using funny jokes about me and my boys, are you? Fuck. You must have some...
I saw many men like you during the war, Mr. Digby. Greedy little cockroaches who feed on despair.
I could kill you for saying that. But, nah. You've been a soldier. I can respect...
So, tell me about your gang, then.
What? Have you got a death wish? You really want me to answer?
Well, yes. You seem so proud of your status.
Oi! I'm the boss, all right? The Wet Boot Boys work for me. All of them. Situation round here is better than other districts because of us. Because of me.
What can you tell me about this?
Things ain't that bad, thanks to us. We give...
Well, you're not doing a very good job. People are still dying here, like everywhere else.
Yeah, well, we can't be everywhere all the time. And Edwina says if we can find more guns, we could be more efficient.
More efficient? Really? You should probably tell Edwina that guns are useless against diseases and infections.
Incredible. You know what? You're lucky she can't hear you right now. She's more smart than patient. My sweet queen of the docks.
Do you know where I can find Sean Hampton? I need to...
The sad saint. Why on earth do you want to talk?
He was one of my patients at the Pembroke Hospital.
Oh, yeah. I heard the poor bastard had been abducted by some cunt. You better ask Tom Watts. He knows Sean Hampton well.
Goodbye. Good evening, miss. I am Dr. Reed.
Who are you? What?
As I just told you, I'm a doctor. From
The Pembroke Hospital, you say? I ain't paying any bill left by Clay.
I'm not here to collect payment.
Miss Edwina Cox. So what do you want then? Fancy buying something from me, maybe?
What can you tell...
I'm a businesswoman. I buy and sell things, and I send my wet boot boys after anyone who don't play nice with me.
Gang member and shopkeeper. Can't be easy running...
If you're interested, I may find use of a doctor who can freely walk across the city, you know.
You're quite blunt, aren't you?
I like people who know what they want and say what they think. This is a time of great opportunity for those ready to embrace them.
I'm not interested in a career in the criminal underworld, miss.
Fair enough. Stay away from us then, if you don't want to get hurt or worse.
Since my return from the war, I don't feel that concerned by threats, knives, or even bullets, if you must know.
That's exactly what that stupid trade unionist claimed after he attacked one of us. Booth and I reminded him a bullet beats words every time.
What can you tell me about...
You can't trust anyone around here. As soon as you lower your guard, you can be sure some arsehole will take advantage of you.
Really? Don't you think that's a little bit excessive?
Bastards, all of them. This region only responds to violence.
You sound like you're thinking of...
Take the gravediggers of Southwark. They must pay me every week, but it looks like they forgot who gave them permission to steal from the dead.
Looting corpses in a mass grave. That is a new low.
Whatever. Hey, since you're a doctor and all, maybe you can access that forbidden area and remind those bastards what they owe.
Booth Digby looks at you with love-struck eyes. Tell me, Edwina, is the feeling mutual?
You have no idea how refreshing it can be for a woman to receive all the pleasure she needs. For once.
I'll take your word for it.
What is it, Doctor? A woman's not supposed to talk about these things.
Behind all your crude words and your attitude...
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish. I use Booth like I use everyone else.
Tell me about the man you and Booth killed, Edwina.
The bastard killed one of us and received retribution. There's nothing else to say.
What happened?
I don't know and I don't care. One of ours was killed by that communist bastard, but he didn't brag for long.
So you have no idea what really happened. But you...
No one messes with the wet boot boys, Doctor. This
And your conscience is clear. You kill,
violence is an efficient tool, Dr. Reed.
so you decide who lives and who dies.
Yes, Doctor. Just like that. I'm not saying it's fair. I'm saying it's my way of dealing with troublemakers.
Can I see what...
As long as you have money, I'll...
Good evening.
Hello again, Doctor.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
The sad saint. I heard he was mugged or something.
Yes, he was. But he left...
You don't say. Well, I suppose it's good news for the homeless and the useless. Ask them, they must know something.
Booth dig...
You have no idea how... What is it, Doctor?
Behind all your...
Romance? I have no time for such rubbish.
Good... Good evening, sir.
Whatever.
Don't you recognize me? We met...
Don't take it personally. I spent a lot of energy forgetting what I did the night before.
Yes, you had definitely drunk too much then as well. I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed.
I'm Dyson Delaney. I'll try to remember you.
You best be off to your hut. The sword on his back.
What do you do for a living, Mr. Delaney?
He needs to catch it.
I drink. I drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night. And then I drink some more.
Teeth and icy claws.
Why do you drink?
Maybe it's because I prefer dying slowly. Death can be so abrupt. Personally, I like to see mine coming at my own pace.
You sound very sad, sir.
That's because I am Doc.
Don't you work?
I'd love to, but I don't have the time. Didn't I tell you? Drink in the morning and at noon. I drink at night.
Is there anything in particular that you...
How dare you say such a thing? I love...
No reason at all to rejoice, then? Life is hopeless and then we die, is that it?
Let me tell you a story.
All right.
A few years ago, when I believed a resolute man could change things around here for good, a tragedy occurred nearby.
What kind of tragedy?
It was a bomb.
You lost people you loved that day, didn't...
I've lost everything. But you know what the worst part is? I don't even remember where it happened. I've drunk so much to forget it. And now I can't remember where it was. I can't pay my homage to the dead.
I'm sorry, Mr. Delaney.
It's okay. If you ever find the place, just leave a flower for me there. Even if you tell me where it is. I'm not sure.
Is there anything in particular that you like?
How dare you say such a thing?
Why are you...
Cynicism is the polite way to express dis...
No...
Let me...
Another time, perhaps. Surely you must have had dreams and expectations when you were young, like everybody else.
Sure. I wanted things to change. To really change. And to change...
Sounds like you were an idealist, which is...
No, sir. I was an anarchist and I believe that exclusive property is a robbery in nature. I wanted a new world to rise from the ashes, Dr. Reed.
Do you really think the world...
No, I believe we all can choose to make it better. But most of...
I want to know more about your past as an anarchist, Dyson.
I'm still an anarchist, Doctor. Make no mistake. I just reject violence as a tool to change the world, unlike my comrades.
Do you believe in a bloodless...
I do not believe in much anymore, Doctor. But I'll admit I like your idea of peaceful change. I like it a lot.
Do you still see your comrades, then? Even if you don't agree with their methods anymore, I mean.
No. I hope they'll come to share my point of view one day. I'll raise my glass to that splendid idea.
I'm looking for Mr. Sean Hampton.
I really don't know. I heard he'd been abducted. I don't know if he's back.
Who could tell me, then?
About the sad saint. I'll try asking Tom what's about him.
Goodbye. Not a drop of blood left in his body. This is the work of a vampire.
Good evening, sir. Have you witnessed any suspicious activity or strange events recently?
And what do you define as a strange event?
My name is Ichabod Throgmorton, vampire hunter extraordinaire and warden of the East End.
A vampire hunter? Really?
I know what you're thinking. I'm just another lunatic howling at the moon, but I'm not. The bloodsuckers exist, and they're close.
Mr. Throgmorton, I'm Dr. Jonathan Reed. I'd like to hear more about these vampires you're hunting.
A man of science. Well, I'll be glad to...
What can you tell me about...
Did you hear about what happened to Jack Gillingham? Oh boy. It's a shame I wasn't around to protect...
It's impossible to protect everyone. The violence seems endemic in this part of town.
But it's my duty. I am convinced Jack Gillingham was killed by...
So, how exactly...
I patrol late at night. Investigate...
How do you identify...
It's simple, really. They can't stand daylight. They're afraid of garlic and holy symbols. They also cannot enter a house without being invited.
Have you ever killed one of these creatures?
Of course I have. What kind of question is that?
Can I help?
Actually, yes. I plan to put up posters to alert the population to the...
Are you asking me to paste posters about...
If you wouldn't mind. If you did that...
Have you heard of the Guard of Priwen?
Of course. They're dedicated hunters. A little militant for my taste, but they do let anyone join.
Were you ever tempted to join the Guard yourself?
I did think about it, but I'm more of a silent hunter. They're more of a sanitary militia.
So you hunt alone?
Vampires are just like every other predator. They hunt when they're hungry and follow certain patterns. It's just a matter of observation.
I'm looking for Sean Hampton. Can you help me?
The sad saint? He should be at his night asylum at this hour, but I cannot tell you how to find it, sorry.
Really?
It's nothing personal, Doctor. I'm sure your intentions are good, but people who sleep there, they have plenty...
I could make you tell me, but I respect your refusal. You really believe...
All I will say is this. Gossip has it that when he was a child, he was molested. By a priest of all people. Funny thing is, though, it only strengthened his...
Maybe at least you can tell me who could help me find him.
Tell you what, go and chat with Tom Watts. He's a bartender and good judge of character. If he talks to you, then it's fine by me.
Goodbye, and good... Good evening, Tom.
Good evening, sir. How are you tonight?
You remember me, then?
Of course I do. You're that man who seemed so lost when he entered my bar a few nights ago.
Thank you for your hospitality.
I'm still Tom Watts. Welcome back, Doctor.
What can you tell me about...
It's not that bad. Thanks to people like the sad saint of the East.
Who?
Sean Hampton, our own private holy figure. Few are foolish enough to make peace with the gangs. Sean is one of them.
How is it you can keep this place open? This part of town doesn't seem particularly safe.
Well, since everybody needs a drink, my pub is considered neutral ground by most groups.
You're something of a figurehead.
I'm only pouring alcohol for everyone to forget their troubles. Sean Hampton is the one giving them long-term hope.
I see. So you get pressure from all sides about how this place should be run, do you?
Or something like that. Nothing that a few wise words and a bottle of gin can't solve.
Since I'm here, is there any...
Perhaps, Doctor. Peace partly depends on my stock of gin.
How could a physician help you in this matter?
I have a small warehouse just past the quarantine line. Perhaps, with you being a doctor, you could go there and come back?
Doctors aren't immune to disease, you know. Very well. Show me where it is. I'll see what I can do.
Oh, thank you, sir. Here's the key to get in. You're about to save many dry throats.
Tom, I need to find Sean Hampton as quickly as possible. I've been told you could help me.
I heard the sad saint was recovering at Pembroke Hospital. Did he leave or something?
I believe he returned to his flock.
Oh, I bet you're right. Sean can't help but worry about the poor and sick. Oh, I guess it has something to do with what happened to him as a baby.
Please, tell me.
Well, I don't like to gossip, but I heard that the sad saint was abandoned as a baby in front of a Catholic orphanage in Dublin. That would explain his faith and need to help everyone.
The important thing is I find him. Quickly.
Why not try his night asylum? He takes care of those who need a meal or a roof there.
Where is it?
It's in an old warehouse, northwest of here. Just follow the bank to the west and go north when you reach the end of the pier.
Goodbye, Mr.
These are good drinks just as likely to cause a problem as to solve one.
Good evening, Mr. Delaney.
What? Ah, you're that doctor.
Is there anything in particular?
How dare you say such a...
Good.
I should have offered a drink.
Evening, miss. I'm much more myself than when we first met. By the way, I'm Jonathan, Dr. Jonathan Reed.
Welcome back to the Turquoise Turtle then, Doctor. I'm Sabrina Cavendish. How can I help you?
What can you tell me about this area?
People don't appreciate that line of questioning round here. You best be more careful with what you say, sir.
You look concerned, Miss Cavendish.
This is a bad borough. Most people I know are afraid. Most locals will rob you blind, or worse. You best mind your step.
So you and your friends all feel in danger? No.
Tom's the only exception I've come across until now. But he's not like everybody else.
This place seems, how shall I put it, very colorful. I'm sure it has plenty of stories to tell.
We get people of all sorts here. It's that rare place in the docks where you can have a drink without being murdered. At least it's not happened yet.
Your boss must be quite the negotiator to force such an...
Yeah. Tom's a great bloke. Mr. Hampton, who runs the night asylum, he's the only other man that's able to keep peace around here.
So this bar is...
Yeah. Tom's convinced this is something the locals need. No one ever draws a weapon here. That's one of the reasons I accepted.
Excuse my curiosity, but where it's...
Something bothering you? What, my name?
I'm sorry if I worried you. I was just curious to find out if you know this part of town well.
Nosy. My dad was a sailor from Bombay, and my mum was a maid born up in Glasgow. They got married in London. And here I am.
Believe me, I never judge someone on their place of birth or the color of their...
If that's true, you'd be one of the few not to make fun of me. Just you, Tom, Dyson, Miss Fishburne, and of course Mr. Hampton.
Miss Cavendish, would you be willing to help me locate...
You better ask Tom, sir.
Why not answer me directly?
We respect the privacy of our customers here, sir. Only Tom can decide who to speak to and what he'll say to them.
Goodbye.
These are good drinks just as likely.
It's locked, all right.
Are they stupid or something?
Shut the turquoise for a time.
wave of bitter death to drown.
Good evening, madam. I'm Dr.
Why?
I work at the Pembroke Hospital. I'm investigating the flu epidemic in this area.
Oh, the Spanish flu. Well, that's quite liberal of you, Doctor. But this is no time to be knocking at people's doors.
The disease takes away the good people too, madam.
It's Mrs. Fishburne. Stella Fishburne. And yet... Please don't stay too long, sir. I'm not sure the epidemic is what worries me these days.
It's locked, all right.
So you have questions about the...
Yes, among...
Forgive my rudeness at the door. It's just my son doesn't like strangers coming in the house.
How is life?
Life has always been hard in the East End. But it's everywhere now.
Do you think the increase in violence has anything to...
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me.
Do you think...
Don't know. But it's most likely linked to the gangs, if you ask me. Recently, it's like everyone has had to pick a side.
Violence has always fed on poverty, don't you think? It's a cruel law of the human condition.
And selfishness is their rotten fruit. These days, you can just die in the gutter and no one will bat an eye.
May I ask what you do for a living, Mrs. Fish?
Since my husband died, I worked at the Dawson Rope factory, but it closed.
Did your husband...
Oh no, my Jack was a docker. He died when my Seymour was just a lad. The poor boy saw his dad slip and fall from that scaffolding.
How do you pay the rent, then?
My Seymour works at the docks, just like his dad. He's very attached to the house he grew up in. It's not always easy, but we get by all right.
I'm trying to locate Mr. Sean Hampton.
You talking about the one everyone calls the sad saint? The man who takes care of the homeless?
The very same, Miss Fishburne.
I'm sorry. I don't know where his shelter is. But if you ask around, I'm sure you'll get your answer.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
I can't remember the last time I had a good sleep.
Hello, boy.
Hello.
Did I scare you? You have no...
No, it's just that...
Well, I won't.
My name is Rufus, sir. Rufus Kingsbury.
What can you tell me?
It's all about staying out of trouble. But since most people prefer to avoid me, it's pretty easy.
Why do people...
They call me Rufus the Curse. Around here, I'm a bit of a bad luck.
Have you ever thought about...
Where else would I go? At least I know these streets and some people around here. This is my city, for better or worse.
What do you do around here?
I listen to the news on the docks, sir. And I smile at those kind enough to spare me a bob.
Do you have a job?
It's hard to work, what with my head and all. Since I was a boy, I've always had trouble remembering what I do and why I do it.
What do people say about this?
Things have been tense between the wet boot boys and the communists. They both feel they should run the docks.
Are you alone?
I don't have any.
So you have no home?
No. I mean, yes. I live on the streets.
This city has abandoned so many of its children.
I've known worse. I'm not all alone. I have Mrs. Fishburne. She's been very kind to me.
Why do you think she's so considerate?
I can't say, sir. I guess she's a good soul. Sometimes it's like she replaces the mother I lost, even if we're not related.
Do you know a man who lives in this part of town?
Sorry, sir. I don't know a lot of folks around here.
Well, I don't think you should talk to him. He may be very sick.
Thanks for the tip. You might want to check the Turquoise Turtle. It's a pub not far from here. The barkeep knows everyone in these.
So...
gossiping and scared. It's people they should fear. Flesh and blood.
Good evening, Mrs. Fishburne.
Of course. I can't remember the last time I had...
The orphan that regards you as a mother, please tell me about...
You mean Rufus? I wish I could do even more for the poor boy. Most people are so selfish.
But you're not.
Years may have passed, but I haven't forgotten how it feels to go through days with nothing but an empty stomach.
Goodbye, Miss Fishburne.
Let's grow eyes in the back of that head, sir. Gentlemen are easy talk.
Seems like the guard of Crewan is on Sean Hampton's trail, too.
Look at it! Vicious bugger! Burn it, boys! I hate leeches! Die, Bernie! Oh, that's gonna smart! Let's pin it down! Burn it, boys! Don't like that! Another disgusting ghoul. It's a leech! Kill it! I'll kill you! Get a taste of this! All of you bloody leeches! Die, vermin! Disgusting ghoul did it, don't you think? Steady, boys! All of you bloody leeches need killing! Snap it, leech! Crush the leech, boy! Die, vermin! All you deserve! Get a taste of this! All of you bloody leeches need killing! Another disgusting ghoul did it, stupid beast! Bloody monster! Don't like that! Burn it, boy! Kill it all, you... Die, vermin! Want some of this? Crush the leech, boys! I'm killing! Come on! Burn it, boy! Die, vermin! All of you leeches need killing! Die, vermin! Crush the leech, boy! What's in this? You're mine! All of you bloody leeches need killing! vermin! You're mine!
The sewer dog's fault, they say.
Good evening.
Good evening. Why must it always be a good...
I was just being polite. I'm Dr. Reed. I'd like to ask you some questions, if I may.
Don't like questions. Or doctors. And the name is Seymour Fishburne, if you must know.
What can you tell me about...
A shithole filled with maggots. Liars and thieves, all of them.
Are you thinking about...
No. Hate them all. Especially these petty, whining little shitbag beggars.
Is there no one who deserves your leniency, then?
Well, Tom from our local is somewhat of a decent bloke. At least, unlike most maggots, he knows how to listen without opening his trap.
What's your...
I take care of my mum. That's what I do. She's the only good thing in my life. Even though I don't treat her so good.
You seem upset.
I lost the necklace I bought her. I'm a fucking idiot. A worthless idiot.
Sometimes it's hard.
I just wanted to smile. No, I was thankful for her patience, appreciated like... God knows she deserves it.
Any chance...
The sad saint. Why would you...
Actually, that's confidential.
Really? Well, go ask someone else then. I'm sure Tom Watt...
Goodbye. Evening, Rufus.
Evening, Mr. Rick.
Do you need help?
A real doctor caring about me. That's a first. I feel...
A real doctor treats everyone the same, Rufus.
I don't know what to say. Thank you, sir.
So long.
Lead spotted! Watch out! Bloody cry!
Vampire do?
I can't see them fancy clothes! This one's a top!